the next thing that we got in line is probably, oh man, like I have never been more excited in my whole life to be able to play this game right here. Let's take a look at the trailer. Let's take a look at the trailer. We're not going to have any audio because I don't want to get muted during this. But if anybody has played it since its release, let me know. I have just been enjoying the ever-living crap out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Now, at first I was kind of worried about how well I was going to do, and all my muscle memory came flooding back to these flangly little fingers. I swear they did. The game has just, I mean, it's been hot since its release that they were going to be doing this. I feel that the news has been positive. I feel that overall I am getting exactly what I expected out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. I did not expect to be a real skater game. If I want real skaters, I'm going to play Skater XL. I'm going to play Sessions. I'm going to play, Skate 1, 2, and 3. Those are more realistic in the aspect of how the board function works and how your feet function works. But Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is not that way. The whole point of Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I think, in my essence, is slam out them tricks, get your score up high, and just feel like a complete badass, right? That's what Tony Hawk is giving me. I got into a multiplayer session, and for 6 straight maps, there's like 7 game modes per map that you play. 6 straight maps, I took first place almost every single game mode in each map. I was in the lead for 7 maps because this is something I played nonstop as a kid. I mean, this is something that I really enjoyed. I really love Tony Hawk, and all the music is fantastic. The new stuff they added is just as good as the old stuff they had, and it's been very enjoyable. I mean, it is a high recommendation from me to pick up Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Just to have something to do. I feel like trying to get a challenge done. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get something done. I want to do something on a game and enjoy it. Well, there it is. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. Now, we do have some reviews. We do have some reviews for it right here. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, Metascore, 88. 88. It is well deserved. Get it up to a 99. That's my personal opinion. Well deserved for the game. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 not only lives up to the beloved classic games, but it lives up to my memory of the beloved classic games. An important distinction, it walks the final line of recreating the classics for a modern era, while never feeling either dated or burdened with new and unnecessary changes. And that's a review right there, and they gave it 100. I agree with that completely. There's only one thing that I miss personally in this game, just one. When you're going through the opening sequence and you see the Neversoft eyeball get pierced or skate, I miss that. That's not their fault. That's not the game's fault. Vicarious Visions has done freaking fantastic with Tony Hawk Pro Skater, in my personal opinion. And again, I'm not expecting a real skater game. I'm expecting to be able to just goof off and make weird tricks and have silly things. And that's exactly what I'm getting in this game. I mean, here's another review at 95. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 is just plain good old-fashioned arcade fun. I think we could all use a healthy dose of that right now. I cannot disagree with that more, and here's why. I played this game 15, 16, 20 plus years ago, 20 years ago, right? Something like that, I think. And in those times, like, games were real scarce. Like, not real scarce. I mean, you had arcades, you had a lot of different options in games, but most of them were the same, platform levelers, stuff like that. Just small things, side scrollers, stuff, arcades, Mortal Kombat, I mean, you had some innovative stuff, but nothing, like you have today, clearly. I mean, the evolution of games in the last 20 years is just substantial. And if you haven't had a chance, head back over to Netflix and check out High Score. I mean, they're not a sponsor. I'm not sponsored, but High Score is a great demonstration of what the video game industry has went through over the last few years. And Tony Hawk, I think, deserves its own memorandum in that time frame because it was something that was different. It was innovative, and people like to skate. There was another game I played back in the day called Thrasher Skate and Destroy. And if you've played that, oh my God, let me know. That game was super fun. Like that game again. At the end of your little session, you'd get chased down by a cop, and they'd like tackle you. So I mean, it was a little bit more aggressive, and there was some little more, you know. I guess the music wasn't as bad. I think they're about the same, but it was another skating game that was fun, right? But Tony Hawk is the game that people have wanted forever. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, I felt was a massive flop. I did not enjoy it. It was overly arcadey, and I did not think that was fun. And I didn't enjoy how the maps and the levels were. I didn't enjoy the competition that was there. I personally was not having fun with that game. Vicarious Visions gave me Tony Hawk the way it deserved to be presented. And that is fun for me. So, in my personal opinion, this is a must buy. It's super fun. It's family fun. Like that comment said, you know, this is something that's just original. It's something that it's a good old fashioned arcade game. My sons play it with me. My son Dexton and my son Alex, they both play the game with me. And they enjoy it very much. I mean, Dexton's always talking. He's like, Dad, I got 38,000 in a high score. And I'm like, keep it up, kid. Let me know when you hit the million score. I'm a little bit of a jerk like that. But hey, that's what I do. No, we do play competitively, me and my kids. Like, you know, we go through sessions and we play skate. Well, you know, combo and skate. We change it to, well, it's horse, right? The original game is skate, but they call it horse in the game. I change it to horse shit. my son thinks it's funny. He's like, Dad. I'm like, it's funny. And we used to do that as kids all the time. We used to change it to ass and all kinds of crazy things. But I mean, Tony Hawk back in the day was a lot of fun to grind out a lot of hours on and just do nothing. You know, just do nothing. And I'm glad that we have that back. I'm glad that we have this option to play something that is mindless and arcade and fun. And Vicarious Visions, I mean, kudos. I mean, you got Crash. You have been doing great things with classic games, and I can only ask you to keep it up. And I think that a lot of us on Nerd Radio also would say the same. That, you know, just keep up the good work. I don't think that we're disappointed. I think there are some things that have fell, but not with me personally. I personally think you guys are fantastic. So